Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the East Union community. We are deeply grateful you've chosen to gather with us tonight. We will begin promptly at 6 p.m. My name is Peter Gale. I'm one of the teachers at East Union, and it's truly a privilege to be with you tonight. As posted in the Q&A section of the event, you can ask a question there, and our assistant principal, Ms. Megan Peterson, will answer her question for you. If we cannot answer your question immediately, we promise you that we will get back to you with the information you request. After the event, there will be a special website on our homepage featuring the recording as well as the presentation and other necessary forms or documents you may need. Thank you again for being here. We'll begin in 4 minutes at 6 p.m. Good evening once again, East Union community, parents, and students. My name is Peter Gale. I'm one of the teachers here at East Union High School. It is truly a privilege to be with you here tonight. I am simply facilitating the event, but wanted to let you know that we will begin in a little less than 3 minutes at 6 p.m. There is a Q&A section of the team meeting. If you click that, you can ask a question there, and our assistant principal, Ms. Megan Peterson, will answer it to the best of her ability. If the question requires a longer answer, we will get back to you shortly. Once again, we're beginning at 6 p.m. Thank you for being here tonight. Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Peter Gale. I wish to welcome you to our event. I'm now going to turn it over to our ASB Queen, Ms. Janaya Kano, who will get us started. Ms. Kano.
Thank you. So good evening, class of 2021. I believe Mr. Mora is going to join us in a few minutes. I think him and Mr. Ramirez's laptop is updating. Not really sure what's going on with that, but we will start in about 1 minute. I know there's still people jumping on, so we're gonna give it like another minute or maybe two, just to kind of let everybody get logged in and get situated, because I know that there's people, even though we say 6 o'clock, we know there may be tech issues and stuff like that. So we will start here very shortly. And if you are online, Mrs. Peterson, the assistant principal, she will be answering any Q&As if she gets them. So we will start this meeting in 1 minute here.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are grateful that some of your questions are starting to come in. Ms. Peterson will be answering them to the best of her ability. Some questions may be answered during the event as part of the presentation. We are still waiting for a few more members to get on. Deeply grateful that over 130 of you have chosen to spend some time with us tonight. Again, this presentation is being recorded and will be published on our website later tomorrow. Deeply grateful for your patience. We will begin formally with our presentation in just a moment. Thank you.
How about now? Can you hear me?
I see you now, Mr. Mora.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, Mr. Mora, you are on.
All right. Sorry about that. Technical difficulty. Let me know when to begin.
Please begin, sir.
Oh, good evening. Welcome, class of 2021. Normally we conduct this in the gym, but because of COVID, we decided to do it online. However, we will always be available. If you have any questions, you could ask Ms. Cano, you could email myself. We'll get those answers to you. The point of this basically is just to review the process we have so that you can all participate.
Mr. Mora, I don't know what, I think you're frozen.
I don't know. Well, I'm waiting. You just talked. Is that enough? Hold on. Turn this one on. Okay, how about now?
Yep, you're good.
Okay. Let's see, it froze. Okay, so sorry about that. Something's going on. But anyway, the main thing is that we want to make sure that your classes, you're passing, you're doing well, because we want everyone to be eligible. Second, right now, I know a lot of you, everyone's kind of thinking that college is on pause, but we have a ton of applications and scholarships available. Please, please, please make contact with your counselors. They have, or more importantly, go to our website. You can click, there's a number of spots that you can click for scholarship information. It gives timelines, it gives requirements. But again, start applying. Even if you think, oh, I'm not sure if I'm gonna go to Delta, you still gotta buy books. You still gotta buy things that can help you with a scholarship. Sometimes it just requires an essay. If you are going 4 year, you think, oh, I'm gonna get a a full ride or a partial ride. I don't got to worry about it. There's still scholarships that'll help you when you move and get settled and all those kinds of things that come along with it. So make that effort. A lot of those scholarships, you just need to write a quick essay. So with that, I just want to welcome. I'm excited. Hopefully we move forward and we have as close to a normal graduation as possible. May have to divide it a little bit, but we're open and we want to make this the best we possibly can under these current conditions because we care about you and we want you all to graduate. All right, with that, Ms. Peterson, you next. Who's clicking the slides and can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Sorry, I was on mute. Mr. Ramirez, Peter, you want to go ahead and go to the next slide for the code of conduct, please?
Yep. All right. So does that mean senior code of conduct? All right. So all seniors, again, take a look at this. Again, this is a very important information. As you can see here, the first bullet point is a date, March 22nd, which has already passed. Okay, so let's see here. So seniors will be declared ineligible if for some reason they get suspended for 5 days after March 22nd. Again, it has passed. So anytime from here on out, if you are suspended for a 1 5-day, you are deemed ineligible to participate in graduation. Also, if you have any combination of 1-day suspensions with 3-day suspensions, you will also be ineligible to graduate. Again, you're on that 45-day ineligibility for graduation. Students must clear the following to be eligible to walk. I know that, you know, probably, I know it says hours there as well as Saturday schools and attendance stuff. Again, depending on how it goes, I think those will be waived, Mr. Mora. Is that what I understand for this year?
The waivers for what?
For hours in Saturday school, since we don't have those.
Right. We don't have any, so we're not even going on those.
Okay.
I don't think anybody has Saturday school.
Perfect.
Ask if you're not speaking, let's do it on mics. There's no echo.
All bills and fines need to be cleared. So if you have uniforms you haven't turned in for athletics, or if you have missing books for certain classes, please make sure to turn those in. So I know a lot of teachers and coaches have put in bills and fines for you if you have not turned those things in. So make sure you check with the attendance office, Ms. Selvia, Ms. Arcelli, so that way you can clear those so you're eligible to participate in graduation. All right, so with all those things, there are no exceptions, there are no deals, so please make sure to be on your best behavior from here on out until graduation. Okay, so we are here to help you as best we can. Again, keep up those grades, keep turning in those assignments, keep showing up for school and online classes. Next slide, please. Okay, so again, throughout the years, each student has had a tradition of excellent graduation. So let's continue to do that here in 2021. Our seniors in the past, from graduation 1 to graduation, what is this, 53 or so, whatever it might be, we have had excellent graduations. Again, this is for your parents who have endured and who have supported you through the 18 years of elementary school to high school. It is for them to hear your name called during this night and to see you walk across the stage. It is that what they want to see. Okay, so we believe that the ceremony will have dignity so that each of you can remember it down the road. Okay, so your family can remember it down the road. It's one of those things you want to conduct to the best of your ability, okay, your best behavior. Next slide, please. Okay, so senior conduct for graduation. Again, it is a ceremony. Okay, it's not a celebration just yet. The celebration comes after with you and your family. Okay, so again, from here on out, please make smart choices. even graduation night, please make smart choices. It is a ceremony, so again, we want to be very dignified in what we do that night. Your participation is a privilege. Okay, it is not a right. It is a privilege that you are out there. If anything goes awry that day or that night, and there's something that happens, Mr. Moore or I will, or any principal will pull you from the graduation. We don't want to do that, but please make sure, again, it is a dignified ceremony. We want to be on our best behavior. Dress code, again, please dress in good taste. As you can see there, the boys will wear dress shoes or completely black tennis shoes, long dress pants, please no shorts, as well as a dress shirt. And if you have a tie, again, look sharp that night. And for the ladies, wear a dress or a blouse with a skirt, slacks, okay, with shoes that are suitable to walk across grass. So again, keep that in mind. Again, with the high heels or flats or whatever it might be, again, you're going to be walking across grass. So please keep that in mind. You will not bring any noise
There might
makers.
also be some stairs too. So sometimes those spike heels, they get real slippery when they get off the grass and then on the metal steps. So you want to wear something that you can control.
Control. Yeah. Okay. And noisemakers, balloons, or other items. Again, I know that your parents are excited that day. Throughout the years, parents have brought balloons, but we've asked them to either bring them back to the car or tie them against the fence. Sometimes they'll get, I know it is windy at times in June or May, June. So sometimes those balloons fly away. So we don't want to detract from everybody else. It's just not you that is graduating. It was you and your friends. And there's a lot of people there that want to see their family, their son, their daughter. They want to hear their names and see them walk across too. So let's not detract by bringing those things to the graduation. We will check you guys in the night or the evening of graduation. So please make sure you do not use any drugs or alcohol, okay, prior to the ceremony. Such use will disqualify you. You will not be able to participate. Okay, the last thing we want is to say, hey, Mom, Dad, so-and-so has partaked in such things, and you will not be able to see her walk across the stage. And we don't want to do that. So please, again, remember, on your best behavior. Let's see, my behavior detracts from or disrupts, as I said before, you will be removed from the ceremony. Again, we don't want to do that. So again, please be on your best behavior. Leis and sunglasses, again, they cannot be worn by graduates. Again, those things have not been approved. So please make sure to leave those in your car. Leave those in. Don't even bring them to the field. So that way you're not tempted to wear those. I will clear all obligations such as detention, bills and fines, as we talked about before, prior to the deadline, and attend graduation practice to be eligible to participate in the ceremony. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Thank you, Mr. Ramirez. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the rest of the information here. And like Mrs. Peterson said, if you have any questions, go ahead and feel free to ask them in the chat, and we will try to address them as they come up. So initially, we sent out to all the seniors in their emails CAP design applications. We've extended this just because we know with everything going on and all the issues, technology, everything, whatever, we have decided to extend the CAP design application, decorating application, to March 30th. That's next week. So if a senior of yours, or if any seniors that are on here would like to still submit an application to decorate their CAP, remember it has to meet the following 4 categories that are listed there. And it can only meet those 4. There's also other restrictions, like it can't be 3D, nothing can be sticking out of the cap or hanging or down from it and so forth. So just make sure that you can come by my room to to pick up an application. You can also email me for the application as well. I can get that to you, but I need an application that states that you would like to submit a design, because I'm only giving out the design form to those students who have submitted their application that they're interested in decorating their cap. Okay, so again, that's next week on the 30th. Those are due, the applications. And then on the 16th, your senior, or if you're a senior, you're going to receive the contract and design form. By May 3rd, the contract and design form are due. So whatever you're going to decide to put on your cap will need to be designed on that piece of paper. Okay, it's just a square, it's a mortar board like the cap is. That design will be then approved by myself and maybe probably by the administration as well if deemed. And then your student will be notified May 14th. So those are the deadlines and the dates. After May 14th, nothing is happening and you're not going to be allowed to decorate your cap if you choose on May 16th to do it. And we will not allow you into the ceremony and so forth. I'm sorry, we'll allow you in the ceremony. We won't let your cap in the ceremony if you don't have it on file. Okay, so just make sure you guys meet those deadlines. Again, those 4 highlighted categories are right there. So those are what you can choose from, and that was kind of given to us and approved by the board and Manteca Unified. Okay, so that's that piece. The second, next slide, is your cap and gown orders. If you have not yet, because you were hesitant to order a cap and gown because you didn't know if we were going to have a live graduation, this, that, and whatever, which is fine, I get it. I had a senior last year in the same boat. So if you still need to order it, the contact information is right there. The phone number's there, take a screenshot of it. The website's right there, it's Herf Jones. Our guy who deals with us, who's amazing, is Carlos Cortade. He is awesome, and he will get you or your student what you need, okay? So if you haven't ordered anything, now's the chance. You still have a couple months. They still will process things. If you do have financial issues, we don't care what the financial issues are, but if you have those financial issues, you're gonna wanna contact Rosa Souza. Her email is at the end of the slideshow. So you can contact, she's our administrative secretary. You can contact her for the financial issue piece, and we will make sure that your senior gets a cap and gown and is able to graduate with their class. Okay, but those are what the cap and gowns look like. And like I said, if you have any information or you need to still order, there's the information on the website. And next slide, please.
Ms. Kano, sorry, can you also let students know if there is a financial need? I don't want you not to graduate or walk across that line. We can help you out. So just email myself or Ms. Souza. You'll get their email later on. Perfect.
So we are going to do what we did last year for our seniors in the sense of the cap, gown, and yard sign pickup. The district and Clara Schmidt at the district office has approved and paid for all of our seniors in the Manteca Unified to have our yard signs like the seniors did last year. So we are going to have all the seniors' names on them. I'm not sure if you guys have already ordered things or not, but we will definitely provide a free yard sign with the class and the senior name on this particular day. So this is Wednesday, May 5th. And this is the alpha information. So A through M will be able to pick up their cap, gown, and pick up their sign for their yard, and any honor roll certificates and so forth. If they're part of CSF, they get stoles and all that stuff. They'll be able to pick up that stuff as well. Okay. We're encouraging the seniors or parents or whoever wants to participate in the parade to decorate your cars. We will have a portion where we check in. So if it's important that you or your seniors put your name legible and readable on the window. That way it makes it easier for us to just kind of look, oh, here comes so-and-so, and then get their stuff out, okay? So A through M is 9:30 to 11, and then N through Z is 11 to 12:30. And if there's for some reason you can't make this date, just notify us and we'll situate what we need to situate for you. And we obviously you can always pick it up in the admin or attendance office right now with Rosa. But we will definitely make accommodations if you cannot make the Wednesday, May 5th date. But we figured since everybody will be online, you guys can participate in this event. So we just wanted to do something extra to celebrate the class of 2021. All right, next is our shout out voice recordings for graduation. So in the past, we started doing over the loudspeaker when parents come in or family comes into the stadium. We would like to have your senior record their voice. So what I'm asking for is from April 6th, so right after we come back from our Easter weekend, up until April 30th, your student can come into my classroom at lunchtime, room 2, any day that they're on campus, obviously not the Wednesday, but Monday through Friday, minus the Wednesday, and they can record their voice. And what really we're looking for are these 3 things. It's their name, first and last, what their plans are after high school. I plan on attending whatever school, majoring in whatever. I plan on joining the workforce. Or I plan on joining the military, or whatever their plans are. Or I don't really know what I want to do. Or they don't even have to say anything. They can just say their name and then 3 people that they would like to thank as well. Okay, so that's important that they do that. But we're not going to go out and search for the seniors to do that. They have to come to us in order to get the voice recording, just because it's a one-stop shop kind of thing. So next slide, please. So we're also going to put together, as we did last year, a senior slideshow for our seniors. And I could use the senior pictures that were taken by Leonard, but some of the students may or may not like that one, and some of the students may have taken other pictures, you know, out on the field or, you know, in the country, wherever. So I'm asking that all my seniors submit a portrait that they want to, obviously school appropriate, and preferably a senior photo, with their involvements from school, from obviously their freshman year to their senior year, a list of their achievements. So like I was on honor roll, or this perfect example right here was last year's. She received the coach's award, most motivational person, and so forth. And what their plans are again for the future and their goals that they want to achieve. So her goal is to finish college and become a veterinarian, and she plans on attending Modesto Junior College and then transferring to UC Davis. So real simple. I'm asking for the slideshow to be done. I'm going to send out a template to all my seniors and not their parents, sorry. I'm going to send it out to all my seniors with the template already provided, so they can just, you know, plug away with that piece. So it's all kind of uniformed in that sense. But that's what we're looking for to kind of highlight our seniors again. Okay. All right, next slide, we have our graduation speech. And with that, our valedictorian and salutatorian always give a speech at graduation. We also has been tradition that we have and allow one senior from the student body to give a senior speech. So if you'd like to give a senior speech or try out for the senior speech, these are the guidelines that must be met. Obviously, you have to have a 2.0 just to graduate in itself. So that's one of them. The speech needs to be no more than 3 minutes long. It's due, the participation and your speech is due by May 2nd at 12:30, so by the end of lunch. And if you're a Monday person right now, then obviously you turn it in on Monday and not Tuesday. And then the competition will be held on Thursday, May 4th. I'm sorry, I forgot to change those dates in there. May 4th, 2020, not 2017. Sorry about that. But those are the dates, May 2nd, May 4th. And so if you are interested, you can always pick up the form on what the guidelines are to give the speech. I have a different form that I have that I give out to the seniors. So if they're interested, they can stop by my room, room 2. Okay. Moving on to some more important information that I know a lot of you guys are interested in. The update on graduation is that Universal Studios canceled our graduation. So that's the bad news on that piece. They just couldn't allow the number of guests into their park. So unfortunately, they're canceling it. However, the good news is that you get a full refund, obviously. But you don't have to do anything. Those of you who have paid for the trip already and signed up, you do not have to do anything. You're going to get your money back, and you should get it back between 6 to 8 weeks. You should have already received an email stating this information. And if you have not, please feel free to email me, and I will make sure that I get the proper person to make sure that they contact you or notify you on where your money is at. Okay, so that's that. Before we move on to the next slide, I just want to say I didn't put this in here because right now it's still in the process, and I don't want to get our hopes up and our dreams crushed like, you know, things have been happening and stuff lately. The thing with prom, currently right now, our prom that we had scheduled for at the Century in Modesto has been officially canceled. Okay, because it's an indoor event. We can't host just given the CDC guidelines and so forth. However, we are trying to put on an alternative event for our seniors because we know that they've lacked a lot of activities in the year. So with that said, the event that we're trying to host is still being planned. And I don't want to put anything out there that I can't solidify and tell you right away that this is happening. So know that I am working very hard to make sure that your seniors and my seniors out there get something. Okay. Obviously, we know that this year is, and last year was crazy, but I want to make sure that we try to provide some type of activity that you get to do that's a lasting event, memory, and so forth for your senior class. So is it going to be a prom style? I can't tell you that because right now we need to know what our restrictions and limitations are before I can go further with that. Can I tell you something will happen? Absolutely. Okay. And so once I get all the details finalized and I get everything out there, believe me, I will put it out there and push it to parents and my seniors, and we'll post it everywhere and let you guys know what's going on for that piece. Okay. So, but officially right now, prom's canceled, so I don't want anybody to go out and buy, those fancy dresses that are $200 and so forth. But know that something will go on for our seniors. Okay. We're also looking to have a couple other senior events, like our senior sunset, and like a senior end of the year rally and stuff like that. Okay, so know that I'm trying my best to make things happen, but I have limitations, as you guys know. So you guys just got to be patient with me, and if you have ideas or you're like, well, why can't we do this? Or maybe you hear somebody else in a different school district doing something, definitely throw me an email and let me know, hey, what about this? This is happening, 20 miles away from us. So I'm free for whatever, but it's got to happen sooner rather than later. Okay. All right. For the last finalized slide here, graduation is what we're all kind of interested in and knowing what's going on and so forth. On this piece, graduation, gotcha, is obviously changing every day. The world's changing every day. Something's new every day. So this is right now, currently, as of March 25th, what we're doing. This could change May 1st, okay? But you need to know that right now, this is our plan, okay? Like I said, anything can change. We all know that. This is what we're living in. But for now, we're doing a live in-person graduation on the field. Okay, it's going to be over a 2-day period. So it'll be one day will be a Thursday graduation, which will be May 27th. And the second day, which normally we were going to graduate because we flip-flop every other year, will be Friday, May 28th at 7. Okay. Your graduate will only receive 4 tickets. Okay. That's because we have a huge class of, I think we're at 420 something, maybe, I don't know the actual number, but if we split that down in the middle, that's 210 graduates per class, or per day, times 4, that's 800 people in our stadium. So you know we have to social distance. I will tell you, I did fight for the 4 tickets because I know that there are split families, there's this, that, whatever. So, you know, I advocated for that hugely. And this was a district level decision. And then, so that's what's happening right now. It could change, like I said. Hopefully it's not gonna, I don't see it changing for the worse. I see it changing for the better, which may be 1 graduation, but I kind of doubt that, just given the numbers in the stadium and so forth, because I would rather have 2 graduations with more attendance in our stadium than 1 graduation with all the kids together and less parents and family members. So this is how graduation signups are going to work. On Wednesday, May 5th, so after we do the whole cap and gown parade type deal where you pick up that stuff, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., I'm going to have 2 tables out in the by where room 2 is, and your student will need to get in line for a day. Okay, it's not a time frame because we're all graduating at 7, but a day. So I will have 2 lines, one for May 27th, Thursday, the other one for Friday, May 28th. So your senior will need to come at 1 if they want to make sure that they're on that list. And the reason why we're not doing the A and B is because initially we're probably maybe going to be back, maybe not, I don't know. But we're wanting students to be able to graduate with their friends and that they've been with for 4 years or 2 years or whatever. So we want to make sure that we kind of have it inclusive with everybody who wants to kind of be in that group with that group. So we don't want to delegate who gets to graduate with who and so forth. Okay, we want to make sure that they and parents get a choice on 1, what day they graduate, and then 2, you know, have that option. Okay, so that's that piece. I believe Mrs. Peterson's answering all the questions, so I'm not sure if there's anything else I need to cover. But on the last slide is if you have any more information, I'm going to tell you our website is updated by Mr. Gale. He does a tremendous job on that daily. So if there's senior information we're pushing out, my first suggestion would be to go to the East Union website and click. There's going to be a ton of senior stuff rolling out for you guys. So you guys want to make sure that you go and do that, as well as, like Mr. Morris said in the beginning, you can always contact us. His information's there, my information's there. Rosa Souza, our administrative secretary, if you still need to order any cap and gowns, if you have questions about financial needs or anything like that, it's all there, okay? And I think, I forgot, Mr. Gale, you were gonna go over the form piece. So hang tight really quickly, because this is the huge thing that in order for you to even walk for graduation, you have to fill out the form that Mr. Gale is gonna go through right now. So he's easily gonna walk you through the steps on that piece.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are deeply grateful you spent some time with us tonight. On our webpage, we have where it says for parents and students. If you then come down to graduation, we currently have published on this page the same information about the graduation standards of conduct, etc. We also have an embedded form. If you don't see your name, it should tell you, hey, this is who I am. For example, I'm Peter. It knows I'm logged in. Your student is expected to fill this out. Not you for your student, but your student. It will ask them questions one at a time, and they need to answer yes in order to see the next question. If anytime they answer no, it's going to say, okay, well, are you sure you don't want to come? So please be certain, ladies and gentlemen, that you're willing and able to agree to each item. And of course, if you have questions, you can again reach out to ask them from us or ask us to get those answers. Here on this page, we will be updating this later tonight or tomorrow to include the recording from tonight as well as the slideshow, and hopefully be able to answer any of the questions you may have. Once again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are deeply grateful that you are part of the Lancer family. Mr. Moore, did you wish to have any final words?
Yes, I did. Actually, we're getting a lot of questions about live streaming. We're going to make every effort to make that happen. If it can't be done live, we definitely will try to record and post like on YouTube or through our school channel on YouTube. So actually, I need to speak to Mr. Gale about how we get that done. It's going to be something that I know we're discussing further at the principals meeting, because we want to make sure we're all kind of doing things the same way, so there's equity there. Also, there was a question about like senior breakfast, all that kind of stuff. Currently, we're not able to serve food because of COVID. It's only prepackaged food, which you probably don't want prepackaged anyway. But as things, we want to give as much as we can normally, as hopefully things continue to get lifted. If we can plan for it to happen, definitely we're going to go forward with that. Ms. Kano has been great about trying to meet every, sometimes we just can't order that far along. There's not enough time to get it done, but if we can get it done, it's a priority that we try to give you the best graduation celebration that we possibly can. So keep checking websites and check your emails, because a lot of information goes out that way. And sometimes I know we don't always check those as consistently, but we want to have the best graduation we possibly can. We're glad to get back to normal as much as possible, but we always need to be safe and follow our county guidelines. So with that, have a wonderful evening. We're always available for calls. If you have any questions, please feel free. Have a great evening and get those grades and all that work in, because you want to go into finals with a C. Nothing is worse than moms and kids bite their nails during finals week wondering if they're going to walk or not. Go into all of your classes with a C, and you don't have to worry about that final. Get the work done. Don't wait till the last minute. All right. With that, have a great night. Care about you. Go EU.
Go Lancers.
Good night, everyone.